Turns out not Boots locked, though, so that's at least good for Humbug, I guess. Because Humbug's never getting Boots.
By the way, we are back here on Zelda Speedruns 3. Let's go ahead and remind everyone what just happened over the course of the last few moments. We found Boots, Ice Palace, Big Chest. That is huge. Humbug did not have the big key going in. However, Telethar did. Fear Agent just found Misery Mire. Misery Mire is located at the light road equivalent of the bumper ledge. Now back to Dr. Bobtastic.
I mean, you basically hammered it all out.
Yep.
It was very, very well put. We have all of these things that we're still looking for, but Humbug's probably never getting the Boots at this point, unless that small key is necessary on the library.
If you're rooting on Humbug, you gotta really hope that the Boots are not required, or that the seed funnels him back to that big chest fast enough. But considering the fact that we just found Misery Mire, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Though, I think Humbug is about to find the Ice Palace big key here in a second. Pod area, and the Light World Cave 5, location 5, is where the Ice Palace big key and the flute are.
And yeah, that flute's been something he's been missing for a while, which has been good for him, but also bad for him, too.
Wow. Did you see that mirror spot from Humbug?
Yeah, that was right on the ledge there.
I'm going, like, I have to assume that was planned, but that's like some obscure knowledge right there.
Telethar taking a fall to Moldorm, as Fear Agent's going to go retrieve this small key. So, what's the go mode index at this point?
I mean, we're... So we need Turtle Rock Big Key. We need Swamp Small.
And we know we need the hookshot too, because Swamp Palace is a crystal.
Hookshot for Swamp. And I think that's about it. Unless I'm forgetting something important.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Just those 3 items for go mode at this point. Humbug's going to be screaming. Yeah, Humbug's going to be screaming the fact that he had a 5-item cave, a Spear 1 5-item cave, and it's now nearly 90 seconds before you can get here.
Yeah, that Ice Palace big key gotta hurt right now, seeing that.
No, this hurts more, getting that flute. Mobility really hurts when you find that it's somewhere in a Spear 1 location like that.
Yeah, the pain is real. I can feel it from here.
Because getting the Ice Palace big key, your heart drops a little because you start to panic about that chest. However, you more worry about that flute being a Spear 1 because you know that other opponents in this 20-person race, somebody probably had that like 5-6 minutes in, and therefore they've been able to get from point A to point B a whole lot faster.
Yeah, so the boots were here in Ice Palace, so Fear Agent will be picking those up. Unfortunately, Humbug finished Ice Palace without the big key, and so didn't get the one chest that unlocks.
Yeah, and that's why we're talking big about that Ice Palace big key, is because we know they do lock the boots, and again, we don't know if the boots are technically required this seed, but we still are 3 items away from go mode.
Alright, so Humbug activating the flute and we'll see what he decides to do next. Fluting off to 6 for some Mire area shenanigans. I believe what we saw back here was Laser Bridge.
Yeah, TR Laser Bridge is back here. Also, the Tower of Harrow is back here as well.
Ah.
And Fear Agent is about to run fast.
Humbug picking up the mirror shield on Laser Bridge. So fun.
Yep.
It's like, well, don't have to do these laser skips anymore.
There is one place here that Humbug's going to be able to check that neither Fear Agent or Telethar were able to when they found this. And I believe that's going to be the Crystal Roller Room coming up.
Yep, absolutely. Good old Turtle Rock Dark Maze here. Passable with that, with the cane block. By the way, Turtle Rock Maze, Dark Maze like that, going backwards is the easiest dark room in the game.
Just push up, right?
Yep. You just hold up. You do have to drop the cane block, but once you've done that, get on
Yeah,
the block.
if you push up and just not lay down the block, you're just going to go, ah!
That was a pretty good impression.
I've heard it many times.
All right, Telethar proceeding through the left side of GT, doing a couple of bomb jumps. That particular bomb jump is fairly easy. Some of the others are not as easy.
Yeah, getting himself set up for that bomb jump, and all of this is not in logic, but we get to see what the hookshot's going to lead us to, which is the more interesting thing about all of this. And it's going to be a heart container. It's going to be a small key. Thieves. Oh,
Gross.
remember, we have not seen what's in that big chest.
And we do see the red mail there in Rando Room, so French vanilla, I guess. And here we go.
There's a piece of me that's thinking that that means the Thieves Town small key was supposed to be your last spear, your go mode. Because we didn't really see anything inside of Thieves Town. However, there's still the matter of that big chest.
Logically, the game wants you to have that small key to beat it. So there's definitely the possibility that the game wants you to have it. Alright, Fear Agent is heading into Hookshot Cave for some bonk shenanigans, and we might see some hover shenanigans? Maybe not. Okay.
I think at this point, Fear Agent is playing the game of let's stick to logic at this point.
Yeah, especially since you know you're going to have to find the hookshot. That's one of your major items. Yeah. Seems entirely legit. Telethar checking bonks.
And finds a shop.
And we're doing another mirror for more bonks. You ever play Bonk's Adventure?
Ooh, Mire Shed. Ooh.
Look, and the swamp small key. What?
We need the boots.
Ooh.
Oh my
Boots
goodness.
Hard required.
Well, yep,
Uh-oh.
Humbug is not going to be happy about that one. Now, Fear Agent is heading into Misery Mire for the clear here.
And that now means we are 2 items away from go mode. Those of you who are rooting on Humbug, that is awful news because that now makes the boots hard required.
Yep.
The only thing you're gonna hope at this point is that Swamp Small is what leads to the hook shot, because then Humbug just gets funneled into having to go back to Ice Palace.
I honestly would not be surprised if the hook shot was here in Misery Mire, on account of us having the boots. And the whole
On account of us
self-lock
also,
thing.
on the account of us having all 3 keys too.
Yeah. That's a Turtle Rock small key, so something that's logically required for Trinex.
I love how that frog is just barely hanging on that ledge.
Yeah. Frog is having too much fun here. They're just having
Meanwhile-
a frog dance party.
Meanwhile, Fear Agent picks up what he was hoping to pick up, the pot, instead picks up one of the green bombs.
See, seems entirely legit.
Oh, basement for Humbug.
Ooh. Alright, and the other key-locked item here in Misery Mire is just a heart piece
So why did you give us all 3 keys then?
for the Turtle Rock key. Because
Fine.
it's logically required. I'm not saying
You're right,
good.
you're right. That's just me not being happy about doing all that to get a piece of heart, but it is what it is. Telethar having issues with the bumper cave here.
Yeah.
And the basement just giving some bombs to Humbug.
Telethar almost having another issue there with the bumper. And yeah, there we go. Exiting at the Dark Fairy Ascension, or the back of Turtle Rock Laser Bridge exit.
Humbug is going to go see what that desert small key leads to.
Interesting. And we see the Quake Medallion in the big chest of Mire. Half magic next door.
Nice tempered sword. Humbug gets a pod small over here on the right side of desert.
Yeah. Fear Agent is going to go for the bridge chest here. There's that hook shot.
Oh my.
Just
And
like I was saying.
Oh my.
Here's Telethar getting a map of uselessness.
Boots locked hook shot.
Yep.
And Humbug finds Sahasrahla, which is a place we hadn't seen yet. But nothing inside.
Just some rupees, yep.
Yep. And we do not have the desert big key in order to get that green pendant turned in, so that's something you'll have to mark down and remember where it is.
Which was located over at the Mimic Cave. Telethar is about to go pick up his flippers.
It's about time. I mean, Telethar is the one with the Swamp Small key, so we got that going for us.
And is about to go through Misery Mire. Now, Telethar is now faced with a decision, although I think this decision is quite easy. You have to finish this dungeon and say goodbye to your frog buddy.
Yep. Frog will disappear upon picking up a crystal. It, interestingly enough, doesn't disappear upon picking up a pendant. So if it's a pendant dungeon, you'd be fine. But since it's a crystal,
It's probably because of the cutscene that was attached to doing a crystal dungeon.
I believe that is correct.
So the only thing that we're missing now is the big key to the Turtle Rock for Go Mode. Collectively, that is.
Yes, that'll be a no mode for us.
And honestly, I'm hoping, for the sake of humbug at this point, that big key to Turtle Rock is in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, the longer, the less options that Humbug has, other than going to Ice Palace for the big chest, the better off he's going to be.
However, there is one issue here, and I'm afraid Humbug might find himself incentivized to climb the tower at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Seems pretty gross.
Fear Agent about to get into the Mire Shed, which will be the Swamp Small, which now will put Fear Agent one item away from go mode. And we're slowly getting into that pressure point of this race, the hour 45 mark, just around the corner, where you've got to start thinking that they're in this race of 20 people, 18 running this live, 2 asyncs, that somebody had the perfect path and they are close to their finish mode.
Yeah, we're getting close now. Where we're so close to no mode. Certainly somebody must be close to go amongst all of our runners.
And of course we get that tempered sword as well here in Misery Mire's. Telethar's going to have that. He's going to get the hook shot. He's going to be in a pretty good mood, I think.
And if I'm correct, there are still 3 big keys out there.
Yeah, we haven't seen Desert, we haven't seen Turtle Rock, and we haven't seen Swamp. So, you know the other 2 are just going to pop up first. You're going to pick one up, you're going to think, Turtle Rock? No, it's Desert. Or something like that. It's going to happen.
Usually is the case. Very seldom is that first big key that you find the one you actually need for go mode, but that's exactly where we are right now with Fear Agent. TR big equals go mode. And let me ask this question to both of you. Do you do left side swamp first with only 1 item for go mode?
That is a good question.
I would, without doubt, just to avoid running back through. I'd probably clear it out.
Bombo's found over here inside of Swamp Palace, which is the entry to the Mire entrance.
Yep. Looks like Fear Agent disagrees with the sentiment about left side swamp. Doesn't have any interest in doing that right now. But again, it's not terrible to get back in here.
Oh, it's very Ascension, never mind, so it wasn't really all that important. Thank you to Late Bit, one of our trackers.
Yeah, not gonna lie, with Late Bit's name, I had to copy it.
Oh,
Desert!
Desert!
Ooh.
I told you this is gonna happen. I had to copy Late Bit's name just to make sure it was actually an L and not an I. Good old sans serif fonts.
This is getting spicy because that big key does open up a certain thing that happens when you collect all 3 pendants.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's exciting. And also, I would just like to see somebody go through with it and learn that the actual answer is Magic Bat the entire time.
Oh, wow. I mean, we really need the powder first.
Oh, yeah.
But imagine if these runners had, like, save scummed the mushroom. You know?
Big key! Oh my goodness!
What?
Oh, game.
Next big key is go mode.
I mean, like I said, it was gonna happen. Now, we're gonna find out that it's on left side, and so you could have gotten it first. Maybe. I don't know.
Perhaps.
It'd be funny. But, not gonna lie, if we see that big key anytime soon, the fact that we have so much of this done already, like the go mode that we get is like, it's like 7 minutes.
Oh, good point. Humbug can't get the hook shot in Mire.
Yeah, that is true.
He needs the boots in order to get in there.
Yep.
Yeah, so at least it's not going. At least he's not going to have to be led into Mire before doing the big chest of ice.
Yes, he'll be, he's gonna last location earlier than could have potentially been a last location.
So it looks like Fear Asian, all he did was the big chest and has now opted against doing left side swamp, period.
Yeah, that is a thing that he did. I thought. Oh no, Humbug hasn't done the purple chest yet. He's just turning that in.
Yeah, so it's going to be a small key, which goes to Skull Woods, not what we need at this point. Oh my goodness.
So Fear Agent picks up the other small key to Castle Tower, which again locks that magic bat play as well as the powder. Telethar now into Swamp. We'll see if he decides to go left side.
And I know the audio is not on Fear Agent, but the Crypt of the Necro Dancer that he's using for his MSU for Fear Agent, this music for Pod makes me think of one of the music they used for Outrun, the arcade game.
Like the Sega racing game?
Yes.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, it's about right. All I can remember is this is the one they used for the Necrodancer themed level in the Kaizo race in GDQ. Anyway, so Telethar going through Swamp. We will see about the rest. We will see about the left side situation.
By the way, Humbug is in Thieves Town, which means all three of our runners will have opted to abandon the big chest.
Yep.
So here's a where was the small key to Thieves Town again?
That is an extremely good question, which I cannot remember the answer to at this very second.
No, I cannot remember the answer to that one either.
It wasn't in Mire though, right?
No, it was not. It was in...
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Randall Room, so it was behind the hook shop.
Yeah. So, I was going to ask the question, do you think Humbug comes back here before going to Ice? But no. Not if you're still looking for the hook shot.
Yeah.
And there's fake out number 1 for Telethar. We'll get fake out number 2 in just a moment. As Fear Agent finishes off, the Helmstar King gets his boomerang.
I figure maybe Fear Agent might go back in for left side swamp now.
Yeah, that's right, because these are right beside each other.
Yep.
This is your last chance, unless you want to come back later by way of fluting to 8, and Fear Agent has opted to run away.
Okay. You are welcome to do so.
quick blind fight over on Humbug's side here now to get him his 5-6 crystal here.
I was like, Fear Agent, you skipped the big chest, and then you tried to open the door for the big key. Good job.
Something is missing. The big key. We are not in go mode yet. As a reminder.
He's got to figure, look, I picked up all these big keys all right in a row. What's the problem?
And Telethar's doing the same thing. Skipping out. Left side swamp.
Ooh.
Okay.
Come on, Humbug. This is your chance. You just need to think Ice Palace big chest.
Humbug going to ice. He's going there. He's lifting the rock. He's going to ice.
Okay.
Okay, Humbug going into Ice Palace. Also, shout outs to exactly 1,000 rupees, just saying.
Absolutely. And then Humbug's going to get these boots inside of this big chest, and he will be uttering some words that are not compliant here for Zelda Speedruns 3.
I mean, I think the ZSR channels are actually generally a little bit more okay with language, but nah.
Not at 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. It's still not compliant for their this channel at this time of day.
And I'm not gonna do it. But my goodness, if I was Humbug, it would be all I could do to keep from just spouting a big, giant string of expletives.
Well, you can do that internally, but the big thing is that you've got to calm yourself down. This race is not done and over with yet. You've got to keep moving.
Especially where, not seeing finishes yet, it is one of those things that's just going to be playing on our runners' minds, especially Humbug in this situation. Seeing those boots in the big chest, it's like, I'm still in this. I'm still in this race. If I think this is bad, nobody's finished yet. How bad is the rest of this seed?
By the way, Telethar doing Pendant Desert. Finishing that off. That's our last of our Pendant Dungeons.
Yep, that sure is a play.
And there's the other boomerang.
Alright, well, we got rings for days. See what else we got. So we got that green pendant that'll let us turn it in Sazrala. We also have the other 2 pendants, I think. So Telethar could absolutely just go to the pedestal here.
Oh yes, and I do really appreciate Nori for reminding us that all of these runners right now are running on a 10-minute delay. So we won't know until they've finished for about 10 minutes before we actually know what order people are finishing in.
All right,
yes.
Humbug finds the small key to swamp immediately. That's a little unfortunate, having not been to Mire yet. But, if Humbug ends up going into swamp without the hookshot, maybe he does left side. And maybe the big key is there for Turtle Rock.
We're about to get another new check by way of the Desert Big Chest here with Telethar.
Aha.
And has anyone checked Bombos yet? Because Humbug's heading there right now.
That would be nice to see. Just a piece of heart.
Pieces of heart all around. Both the big chest of desert and the Bombos tablet.
And Telethar's going right straight for the desert main entrance, which will get us over to Sahasrara, which will tell us what the screen pendant yields.
Yep, very well followed there.
Magic powder!
Give me the bat! Give me the bat! Give me the bat! Bat!
Are you okay over there?
Telethar didn't know this was here.
No, Telethar did not know with the mirror.
Huh. I mean, I guess you gotta figure that Sazral is around here somewhere, but yeah. Alright, so Telethar now gonna do some hookshot caving.
Cave, yes. Another spot we haven't seen 3 of the items inside yet. Fear Agent gave us one of them, 300 rupees.
And you can go through this cave and come out near pedestal.
Pod 6 and a red rupee. Fear Agent going back into Hookshot Cave by way of the other direction. Spike Cave, Telethar. So many races determined by who can get into Spike Cave. Who remembers that Spike Cave was a thing? It cost me in week number 7.
Yes, now, there is nothing here as far as I recall, because I do believe Humbug did it earlier.
Heart container.
That is the case, yes. And, I mean, at this point, now that we have the mirror, we've got the flute and everything, the runners will accept free health. Why not?
Well, yes and no, in the sense that you do not. You just want to see this big key to Turtle Rock at this point in time, so that way you can get into go mode.
Alright, so Telethar going back into Pod, looking at the... I'm assuming we're going for, like, the Harmless Hellway or something, or that big key chest there.
I think Telethar
Maybe
has
he's
done...
big key chest or something.
Yeah. Jay's based on that...
He hasn't even done the back at all.
Yeah. So this is going to be checks that we've seen from Fear Agent before. Pyramid Fairy Bomb here for Fear Agent. I'm trying to think, is there anything that we haven't seen as far as our major item caves are concerned?
Like, I don't think we've seen either of the fairies.
I want to say we've seen one of them. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself, is whether or not we've seen both of them or just one of them. And I want to just say we've only seen one.
Ah. Okay. So actual Pyramid Fairy, like vanilla, would be kind of hilarious. Yeah, I actually, after, like, failing to remember a bunch of things a couple times, or, like, doing this thing where I would check too many entrances because it turns out I had already seen all of the relevant locations, I made myself a list of all the locations that I could check off one at a time.
Well, it was a fairy, however, no items are inside.
Wrong kind of fairy. Alright, so Fear Agent's going to be able to see what that small key is, and Humbug finally picks up the hookshot as well.
At the 2-hour mark, you're not feeling really good about what just happened there, the fact that the boots led to that, but again, you based it on how the room is playing here at the 2-hour mark. You're still in contention for the top 9. Top 9 again are what move on to the brackets. Join the 7-1 and the 8-0 runners in the upcoming bracket phase. There's Pod 6, actually.
Yep. More pod keys like you do.
And Telethar taking that left side swamp.
Okay. This is sort of a moment of truth here.
How are your nerves now at the 2-hour mark?
I'm pretty sure that I'm on my last one.
Yeah.
I lost mine about a half an hour ago.
Fair enough.
Like, usually I start to tense up at the 90-minute mark, especially when I don't have a lot of dungeons complete and I'm still several items from go mode, so I'm already shot at that point. 2 hours is just like, come on now. Give me the darn big key!
The magic bat thing would be hilarious. That's all I'm saying.
Why? Because it's left behind 2 agate tower keys?
That were available fairly early on, yeah.
I mean, you do have a point.
Alrighty, Fear Agent, again, going in to check more of Pod.
And for those of you who are just tuning in, this is a play-in race of the 6 and 2s. 20 people racing, 18 live, 2 async runners. Top 9 go on to the brackets to make full 16 crew that will be playing in brackets, which will be a whole lot of fun here on the Zelda Speedrun network of channels. Zelda Speedruns right now has another 3 runners, plus there's also some asyncs. There's a piece of heart over there. I'm going to pause for just a second. What's that second item here? No.
That's
Left
it.
side swamp.
All right, so just to finish the thought, also Solski, Scottish Brave, Alizon IRL. Watch those channels. They are currently doing live coverage of this play-in race.
All right, so Humbug, heading through GT now with the hook shot, may end up deciding to climb.
Yeah, we'll see where this is going with Humbug, because it might be just a Hail Mary, definitely must be feeling behind with that late boots.
Yeah, if you go through GT here and you don't find that big key that you're looking for, maybe you go for the upstairs, and that would do Humbug a favor for sure. Be able to go mode swamp.
Fear Agent now heading to the back of Desert will be the second to have all 3 pendants. Telethar, though, is about to pull the pedestal 3 pendants. No, he's going to return the Breadsmith first. Never mind.
Yeah.
Maybe he
But
will do
I
that afterwards.
imagine the pedestal will be the next play from here. It's right there. I don't know why you wouldn't.
You have all of the pendants. You're there. You might as well.
If this is Turtle Rock Big Key, I'm
All right,
calling
here
it,
we
man.
go. Here we go. So Telethar is going to be going. If it is a big key, it is our go mode. Since the only big key that remains in this pool is Turtle Rocks. Humbug is not climbing the tower.
He's pulling out the book he's gonna read.
Here we go. No.
Rip.
Just a little piece of love. Sadness indeed.
So Humbug does leave the tower, does go ahead and go into swamp, so that's gonna mean, more wasted time here in swamp. But that's okay. Humbug's probably just happy to have the hook shot at this point.
And can I be honest, at this point in time, with the remaining checks that we still have available to us, I almost am to believe that unless it's an entrance that we haven't seen yet, that the answer to this puzzle is either on that GT climb or the Thieves' big chest.
Ugh.
Or Magic Bat.
Oh yeah, those are all things that can happen, and they are all disgusting.
Fear Agent pulling out the book. He's going to find out that this is a quarter of a heart coming up here.
And it is objectively correct to read first. Just you save time if it's not what you're looking for, and it's probably not what you're looking for. So.
And time can make a big difference because I'm not certain, somebody's going to have to correct me on this, but I do believe the way that the seating is going to work for the 9 players who get in it will be based on your finish time in this play-in race. So
Yep.
you want to make sure that you finish, and 10 seconds can make the difference between getting somebody who you might have a chance with at a 7-1 or getting stuck with Goomba.
Yeah. I mean, the top 2 from this race get to race each other, so that's good. All right, Fear Agent picking up that powder. So more Magic Bat can happen if we decide to do all of Agate Tower. And we're floating away to 6. Humbug getting fake out number 1.
Oh, we're calling the...
Telethar.
Okay, we are checking the Mire entrance first as Telethar climbs the tower. I have a feeling that Fear Agent's going to be climbing a different tower.
Oh. Are we playing for the bat?
It's possible. I mean, he just need to mirror to get there.
Sadly, he finds out that Fairy Ascension was on the other side, but we are pulling out the mirror.
Oh my.
We are going to Agate Tower.
Humbug picks up the Swamp Big Key on fake out number 2.
Oh my goodness. My heart can't take this.
Wonder if we're gonna have like simultaneous Aga.
No.
Yeah, Aga 1's a much faster play.
Yeah. I mean, Telethar will probably make it close to the 6th. We'll probably make it up to the 6th floor by the time that Fear Agent's at Aga 1.
And ZSR Bot is now starting to tell us as people finish. We have Gamma Chew finishing in first with a time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 57 seconds.
So that makes our number 8 seed go to Gamma Chew. Who will get the right to play Gamma Chew? We will find out in due time.
No, these are not spoilers. This is full on. This is as restreams would be finishing. So this is accounting for the 10-minute delay as you start to see people finish.
Yeah.
And
if
now,
we wanted to know more of the times, we could definitely just jump into the race time room and find out. But we're not doing that.
And now, if you are these 3 runners, you're starting to sweat a little bit. You have a winner in the books. And yes, granted, the key that we're missing is the Turtle Rock, and that is one of the faster dungeons, because we know where the Turtle Rock bottom, the laser bridge entrance is. But you're starting to sweat just a little bit. Telethar, what do we got? 6th floor, GT.
1 full heart. 1 tiny heart.
And Liberal, what did we just find out?
We just found out that Willard J. Bradley has come in 2nd place with an official time for 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 31 seconds.
Yo,
So that's going to be Gamma Chew and Willard playing each other in the first round
Good
of brackets.
The J stands for gamer. Yeah, that's
Big
that's
key right there!
Oh my goodness! Who? Okay, somebody in chat had guessed it. Was it 8-bit?
At 2 hours, 10 minutes, 15 seconds, Telethar, the first of these 3 runners into go mode.
All right. Well done for Telethar. I'm gonna pull that out real quick.
And we are getting some fast finishes here now, catching up with us. RD Walsh V finishing in 3rd place with 2 hours, 10 minutes, 9 seconds. Megawatt finishing in 4th place with 2 hours, 10 minutes, 26 seconds.
Megawatt, my second week opponent. Great to see him moving on. Congratulations to Mega Wop. As the finishes start to come in, here's another one.
Yep, we got Breve finishing with a fifth place time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 53 seconds.
Now it's getting serious. 5 out of the 9 spots have been filled.
Yeah, I think if I'm Telethar here, I'm either not watching the times, which would be ideal, or I'm panicking.
Yes, no, I would have the race room shut down if I was running in something like this. I would not be able to bring myself, like, seeing people finish, especially where we had so many finishes so close together right away. It's like, how close am I?
There's Pod 6.
Okay, now there's Pod 6. Pod 6 are jerks.
Yeah, there's way too many pod keys. And so, technically, that was logically required. But no.
Humbug's climbing.
Alright, Humbug climbing. We're gonna get that big key. And it looks like Fear Agent also gonna be climbing. Nope, he's not doing it. I lied. I thought he was headed for GT.
But we got Telethar dropping into the fight with the big pig.
Alright, so just a few more seconds. Telethar getting the one cycle here.
And if you are watching the race room at this point, you're thinking, please stop finishing.
So Humbug going to climb the tower, getting knocked off of the Ganon Ball Z run here.
And Fear Agent fluting to 5. That's not GT.
No, it is not. Unfortunate. There was basically no way to not get silver arrows in this run.
There it is. Telethar has completed the finish.
Get our GGs in chat for Telethar. We will be seeing him finishing up now shortly with an official time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 44 seconds officially. GG's Telethar, who is now in chat with us.
Well, hello there.
Hello. Thank you.
Welcome, and congratulations once again on making it to the bracket stage here. I mean, I don't know if we know about the async runners yet.
No, but I thought that they would say that there are times in chat when or they would say when the cutoff for top 9 happened in chat if you know they were in the top 9.
Yeah, that's what I was led to believe as well, is that they would just announce if the async runners were part of the top 9. They would just let people know as soon as all slots were filled.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, 6th place is going to be good enough to get there, even if the other 2 async runners were in that time slot. So well done.
Just barely. It was a stressful Turtle Rock big key search.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty nasty, I'm sure. So we were sitting here watching this, and so Humbug had some interesting plays. Ended up beating Ice Palace without the big key.
Yeah.
Which has got to feel bad with those boots. You were the first one to find the boots on stream here, which was great.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised about that. With the whole ordering that I did with the fake flipper to get the Samaria, it's like it was not very well. Yeah, it could have worked out a lot better for me if I didn't die to the Lionel after exiting at Floating Island, I would have done Spiral Cave at that point and had flippers. And then
Lionel does not like you. It doesn't like anybody, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was my fault. It was a bad. I did it wrong. I should have not died there, but yeah, then I wanted to do the two entrances in Dark World that I missed, so I couldn't do Spiral Cave, so I didn't get my flippers. So then I didn't want to go to the right side out of logic until it was looking pretty bleak.
Yeah, and I mean,
but then that would have also put me to last locating Mire, so
right.
You know.
Yeah, because without having the mirror when you got there the first time, that would have been kind of
which logically was required.
Yeah. So we've got Humbug here finishing the Trinex fight. That'll be finishing up pretty soon as well. Nobody here technically out of the running yet. So.
No. Yeah, we have... Telethar, as of right now, you are the most recent finish on stream, so... And of all the runners, so...
Yeah, and I have no idea what's happened next, so...
Yes. I was actually going to ask you, did you have the race room open at all?
Oh, yeah.
While people were finishing?
100%.
Oh my goodness, that's terrifying.
I don't know if I could have handled that. Like, I would have panicked so hard.
Especially when people started finishing, they started finishing fast. There wasn't like any like couple of minutes break between finishes until yours. There was a break.
And as you're about to point out, Blibberl, we just had another finish.
And that is CS Tudor, finished in 7th place with an official time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 44 seconds.
Another one of my opponents, I think it was, week 3 I had to face CS Tudor? Oh gosh, I had to cut the gauntlet there.
You had a murderer's row there, didn't you?
Absolutely. So here we go. Humbug's facing off against Ganon. Nice setup here. Really, really good setup here for Humbug.
So I have come up with a new name for that dash strat on Ganon. It's called intermittent fasting. Anyway.
I like it.
I'm just going to plead the fifth.
Anyway, yeah, Humbug's gonna finish here. But yeah, Telethar, well done again. Is there anything else you want to say about this run, the seed, the tournament in general?
No, I mean, it's been great. And I'm happy to be alive still. See how far I can go in top 16.
And Humbug is now crossing the bridge, and get your GGs in chat for Humbug, who will have finished in 8th place. So we, at this point, believe that could be enough to move on. We'll see in a few moments. But I believe that noise sounds that we have Humbug in here.
Hi.
GG's.
Humbug. Wow. Oh, and there's Wallkicks finishing in 9th place.
And there's the immediate DNF from Fear Agent, as it's now become official that sadly Fear Agent will not be moving on to this tournament. But we do want to give Fear Agent a massive thank you for all the restreams that he put on his own for this tournament.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Fear Agent was just right there at the end, just doing everything he could to avoid having to climb Ganon's tower. Just didn't happen. But yeah, the comeback there from Humbug, that was some amazing stuff, because I'm assuming like maybe you didn't like spout off every obscenity in the book, but I would have when I found those boots if I were you.
So yeah, I might have not said them out loud, but they are still ringing in my head, those obscenities. But I realized that I left my boots somewhere when I saw that there was a GT small key on Race Game and there was a connector to Race Game. Because that small key locked the Mire, which meant that I could not get to Race Game via the Mire logically, which meant there had to be a connector. And all I had left was freaking boot checks, apart from hammer checks, which was also locked by that small key. So
Wow, that is some
it
next level
had to
logic
be
there.
there. Like, I had stuff left. Yeah. The thing is, I did Ice Palace Big Chest before, like, I was gonna climb GT without the hookshot and without the boots. And imagine that kick in the butt.
Oh, that would have been awful.
When I would have bounced over, skipped that chest.
And to find out that you would actually have to finish that Moldorm 2 in order to get your Go Mode Turtle Rock big key, which was for everyone on the stream, that was their big their Go Mode. What was ringing through your head? Now, you mentioned about the boots and the thoughts that were going through your head there, but what was ringing in your head when you finally got over to Flute 5 to find out Spear 1 Flute?
There's something in the Ice Palace Big Chest. that is, I'm serious. It was, I found it and I was like, okay, flute opens up a lot. People will have this flute for mobility for way longer than I have, but it's gonna be the Ice Palace Big Chest. I can just feel it.
Yep.
And sure enough, well, the flute was required too for Hera, but still,
Right.
there was nothing in there. Oh,
Yeah,
that
very-
was exhausting.
Quite a mess of a seed, but it was very, very nice to see you not give up and come back on that one, because you had to have felt behind finding all those mobility items.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I was, like, that was a reason, like, feeling behind was a reason that I did left side GT before Swamp. Because had I not felt behind, I would have done Swamp first. But
we were hoping you would go for the climb first, and then
believe me, I thought of it. I thought of it.
I do want to point this out because it was just posted in chat, and I want to make sure it gets on the broadcast. Everyone who finished in the top 9 in the race that you see on your screen right now, up to wall kicks, they are the top 9. No async runner finished in the top 9. So therefore, Humbug, you are going on to brackets.
Hog.
GG.
Nice. Thanks.
And welcome in Fear Agent. GG's on that run as well.
Yep. GG's.
Yep.
GG.
I mean,
GG's.
very, very well done, Fear Agent. Sometimes you sit there and you're like, you know what? I don't want to do the GT climb. Not doing it, and it gets you. It gets you real hard.
Yeah.
That's it. Because it looked like you were doing basically everything but that.
Yep.
That's just. I mean, it's not an objectively bad play. It just wasn't the right one in this case, and that's how Rando gonna do sometimes.
Yep.
But I do have to say, with all of the runners, everybody that made it into this play-in race, going in with a 6-2 Swiss round record, that is not something to shake a stick at. Everybody has done so well this tournament that I gotta say GG's to everybody. All of you that have participated, and especially everybody that's made it this far into the play-in race.
And I want to echo that sentiment by the fact that we had over 180 people in this tournament, and so therefore going 6-2, especially for some of the draws that you all had, was indeed an accomplishment. So GG's and congratulations on the 6-2, and best wishes on the next Crosskeys tournament, which will probably be next week, or not next week, next year.
I know they've got the ladder invitational entrance thing going on now as well. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But that's more entrance shenanigans coming up. So we got that going for us.
So obviously, Fear, I do want to encourage you to say a little more than yep, but is there anything you want to say as you make your close out of this tournament here, especially as we do thank you for all the work that you've done here in the Crosskeys tournament to get some of the races that didn't get a official restream picked up, but you were able to take the reins and help out?
Not really. Like I don't want to end on a sour note, and it feels pretty sour. So it's
I get it.
It's
in that case, I'll just ask you to talk about the 216 podcast.
yeah. Listen to 216podcast.com. There you go. Scottish Brave is on the show tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a very good reason to want to listen.
And you can hear all my thoughts about this tournament tomorrow. I'll save it there. I'll save it for that, not on the restream.
Sounds good. This is the first time hearing about the podcast, but sounds like a...
You should listen, Dr. Bobtastic.
I should. And I will. But yeah, once again, thank you to all of our runners here on stream, Telethar, Fear Agent, Humbug, all the runners who also participated in this race. Thank you for putting on an excellent show today. And I want to thank my co-commentators here, Adirondack, Rick, and Blibberl, as well as our trackers, Late Bit and Sammy Mus. Thank you so much for helping us out. Yeah. I will say I've been Dr. Bobtastic. I will leave the sign-offs and such to the rest of you.
I do. Before we go ahead and sign off, you see the names up on your screen. The top 9, they are moving on to brackets. Gamachu, Wither Jade Bradley, RD Walsh V, Megawatt, Brave, Telethar, CS Tutor 89, Humbug, and Wall Kicks. GG's and congratulations as they now move on. Good luck to Wall Kicks. They got Goomba next.
Oh my, well thank you all, and stay tuned as we knock into the brackets coming up. Top 16, gonna be fun. GG's again to all of our runners, and have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Take care, and bye-bye.
Yep, for the entire crew here, Blibberl, Dr. Bobtastic, Adirondack, Rick, saying thank you for joining us. I'll hand it back to Norinato for the big old sign-off here on ZSR3. Thank you, and good luck to all the runners in the next stage of the tournament.
Nori's having some technical difficulties, so we will be officially signing off. Thanks,
In that
everyone.
case, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.